Bismillah when we start and Alhamdulillah when we finish. All right, guys. Today's topic, Ramadan, the upcoming event for all Muslims, even for most Christians, because they kind of take part in it. If you got a Muslim friend, what do you guys, how ready are you guys for this?
Ramadan?
Yeah.
Man, I'm excited for Ramadan, alhamdulillah, Ramadan.
But that's all you gotta say. Ramadan. I'm excited for
I'm
this.
excited for it.
I'm excited. Ramadan. Is that the end of the sentence?
That's his Ramadan, bro. The end and the
Ramadan,
beginning.
that's Ramadan,
No,
that's Ramadan.
what are you doing to prepare for this Ramadan? This is what I'm really asking you.
Honestly, this Ramadan is going to be a lot more with Quran recitation, a lot more with praying tahajjud, having a better schedule, honestly, with just me, the family, and everyone else is in it. You're going to see everybody at the masjid. You're going to see everybody doing what it is. But the one thing about Ramadan is it's the month where everyone comes together. You're going to see people that you ain't seen in the masjid for a whole 2-3 years. You're going to be like, oh, you still alive?
Yeah, you're you alive?
You alive, you still, but yeah, that's one thing I like about Ramadan.
What about you, Muhammad?
Man, Ramadan, man. I remember when I was a little dude, Ramadan was the most exciting time. When I was young, when we used to go to the masjid, the food was on point. I was out here I was studying the food, the craft. I'm like, look at the way she made this sambusa, man. Mm-hmm. This is fire. You can't even compare it. I'm comparing Marian sambusa to Batula. You hear me?
Hey, bro, Mariam has the best sambusa, bro.
The way the joint is folded, you know what I'm saying? The way the sides is fried, it's looking, mashallah. I'm giving this a 10. That's an 8, but this one is a 10. I'm just playing. But it was Ramadan when I was a little kid, we used to link up at the masjid a lot. I used to spend a lot of time at the masjid. Ramadan was always a beautiful time, with the prayers, and after the prayers, we're talking. My favorite part was we always I think me and Hamadi, we went to the same duksi. My favorite part of being at the masjid was hearing the stories of the Sahabas, the stories of the different prophets. It was just a beautiful time. So my favorite part of Ramadan is spending some time at the masjid and honestly just fasting. I like fasting. It make me feel good. I enjoy it.
Which masjid are you talking about? Grand Masjid?
Yeah, we was at Grand Masjid.
Grand Masjid with Mustafa?
Boy. That
Them
masjid.
sleepovers were crazy.
Oh,
I ain't gonna figure them
Yo,
sleepovers
were
were crazy.
I don't think our parents knew what was going down at that masjid.
Bro, Mustafa beating the crap out of
Yo, they had boxing sessions.
We was
dog.
getting manhandled.
They
They
was
like,
who want to get in gloves next? I'm thinking. I saw a couple Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson videos. I'm like, look, listen, I think I know what to do. It looked like they doing this. It's not that hard. I'm thinking I got it. So I got in the ring with somebody that was older than me. My goodness. Boy, I went to... Yo, he put me to sleep, boy.
When I'm telling you, those shacks do not care about your age. They swinging on you like you the same age or
Mustafa,
I
yo,
swear to God.
the thing
And
about-
we were what? All of us were under 15 years old.
No,
And they over
I
there
think I was
manhandled.
10. What you mean under 15?
Under 15.
I was 10 years old.
I don't remember
7,
anything.
8.
And I don't remember anything after 11 years old. If I say I remember something, I'll be like, I remember when I was 11 or 12. You won't hear 10, 9, 8, 7. Nope. You won't hear
So that
none of
means you constantly woke up at 11?
Honestly,
Oh.
I ain't gonna figure it out.
Mahmoud, there's no way you were 7. I was 10.
Nah, but I went to Mustafa as soon as I came to America. Well, maybe 2 years after I came. So I was probably 9 or
Or if you were
12.
9, then I was probably 8.
yeah, I was probably from 10 to I want to say 14, 13, I was there.
Damn, that's a big gap, bro. 10.
Nah, I was there for a couple years. The thing about Mustafa, I think bro was fresh out of jail, man.
What do you think?
He was running the masjid like it was like he was the warden of the jail, bro. He was wilding.
He was, honestly.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but did you not see his right foot?
Let me not talk about him because that man, I seen him in St. Louis a couple years ago, so I don't even want to talk about none of it. And he still looks swollen, cocky. So let me. Salam alaikum, brother. It was a blessing to.
No. Allahumma barak. He looks the same, strong.
But yeah, that's when we were kids. But I believe Ramadan definitely changed as we got older. Honestly, we got older, we got busier. We get more responsibilities. So Ramadan as kids was just fun. But now as we got older, we starting to get a better, deeper connection, better, deeper understanding of what Ramadan really actually is. You know what I'm saying? Besides the fun and seeing people come, you know what I'm saying? But there's a deeper spiritual connection when it comes to Ramadan.
Yeah, 'cause I know what you're saying. Because as a kid, Ramadan always seemed like, meeting up friends at the masjid and eating special food like sambusa and all that, you know. But now that as we're growing older, for me especially, I feel like Ramadan is more spiritual and like, you know, I feel closer to Allah than every other month, you know?
Ramadan's like a golden ticket for me now. It's like the whole year I did, you know what I'm saying, regular things, you know what I'm saying? But like Ramadan now just feels like a golden ticket. Now it just feels like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opened his hands, opened his arms out, and now he's like giving like, you know what I'm saying? Just like as like if the bank were to open and then they're saying, you know what, everybody just come and get money at this specific time. You think you finna look for your brothers and sisters? No, you finna go and get into it. But that's what I see as Ramadan nowadays. It's like also like a golden ticket. But also as the world is going, Ramadan is also, I think it was last year, COVID time, or the year before. I saw like this thing on TikTok. It was like Ramadan 2022 or 2020, 2022. And it was like like them ladies that be doing like the boxing had that little, like one, round two, round three. It's just like getting
Ring
more.
girls?
Yeah, ring girls. But it's getting more festive as it is as like a spiritual thing. Because now everybody know what Ramadan is. Before, people didn't know what Ramadan was. But now everybody know what Ramadan
You
is.
saying this like becoming a part of like pop culture?
Yeah. It's
more
like
people are learning about different cultures as the internet is here and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Is
internet
that
is
what you
here,
mean?
but it's becoming more festive than it is like a spiritual thing. What do y'all think?
I mean, at the same time, I kind of think like that's a good thing, you know? I think the whole world is going to know some part of Ramadan. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not always going to be like a Muslim thing.
It's not going to be a Muslim thing. And I feel like because more people are exposed to Ramadan, it's going to be more of like a da'wah thing to other people. You know what I mean?
I feel like the festive part of it is Eid. That's why, like, when Eid come through, whether you Muslim or not, your timeline getting flooded with the latest, the drippiest. 2 weeks out before Eid, they looking for the flyest logo. I need the flyest khamis. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I want my khamis to be Gucci. I'm looking, do Gucci and Versace make khamis? You know, people trying to get fly and get fresh. So when Eid come, like, most of the timelines are flooded with, like, just pictures and images. So I get what you're saying, but at the same time, I feel like the festive part of it is like Eid. But other than that, I don't think it's festive.
That's countdowns.
I think more people learn about it because you got to understand, especially here in America, it's a melting pot here. So 9 times out of 10, maybe not the 80s, but today, you probably work with somebody that's Muslim. You feel me? And then if you're working with somebody that's Muslim, you're learning more about the culture, different cultures, the different, aspects of Islam, like praying 5 times a day. Like if you're doing Ramadan, you tell your coworker, yo, relax, you're going a little too hard for me today. And I'm about to pass out because I'm fasting. Like keep it chill. So more people are going to learn about it. And that's what happens with the internet. Since the internet came out, everything... A lot of
especially TikTok,
everything came to the forefront, so ain't nothing wrong with it. If it's festive, if it's spiritual, it's all relative, honestly,
But you know what's damn, what's wrong with my voice today? But you know what's funny today? Wallahi, I can't make this up. Before the podcast, right? This morning I woke up, I had a customer. I work, we are on a store. I'm not getting into that right now, but look, this morning I had a customer, he was Christian or whatever, he was some kind of religious, he wasn't Muslim. He used to come to the store and we would always argue. He would say, Jesus is God. Jesus is God. And wallahi, today he called me up. He was like, yo, can you do this for me? I did this. It was the business stuff. And then he was like, I got a big news for you. And wallahi, he came and he told me he wanted to be a Muslim.
Allah.
Wallahi. And I told him to come to the masjid during Ramadan because, that's the best time, to spiritually feel the deen. And, I feel like Ramadan is the most welcoming time for non-Muslims.
Honestly, not like, I believe like 2-3 weeks ago, two 15-year-olds, one 15-year-old and another 13, 14-year-old, they became Muslim. They took their shahada at West Pine. I was like surprised and shocked. And then it was just a little bit around the corner from Ramadan. So I'm just, I just told her when it was like a great blessing to see that. But one thing I would say about Ramadan is that, as we get older, people get to know who they are. Who they are as people. So one thing I do realize, mashallah, is that people are getting that proudness and being happy and having that honor of being Muslim. Because usually when people be like, you Muslim? I be like, yeah.
But here's the thing, though, Jaylani. Here's the thing. Imam is not like constant.
It's not constant.
It's not constant. It's like you look at it throughout your life, like there's gonna be moments where your imam is very strong. There's gonna be moments where your imam is very weak. And like throughout those moments, of course, some people can always put an act like he do want to act like he's the Sheikh Ibn Mustafa, himself. Like he could. People can put up that front, but for the most part, especially with social media, like you see what individuals are going through on a daily basis. So you'll see shifts. Like one moment you might say, "Wow, look at the brother," or "Look at the sister. They're really into the deen," and then they might slow down for a couple months or a couple years. So I feel like we shouldn't look too closely into that, nor should we be very judgmental into that. There's gonna be moments where your imam is very strong, where you feel very close to the deen, and you're practicing the deen heavily. And there's gonna be moments where it's not, and it's all based on like what you're experiencing in life, what you're going through, how you're feeling. So that's why from the outside it looks like the man is all over the place. Like today he the sheikh. I saw the video. On Instagram. The dude, I think it was one day dude was Muslim, the next day he was Christian. Like they was like confused, like what's going on?
But the thing was, I wasn't
like
talking about
sometimes.
just a specific person. I'm talking about like us as a ummah, as a nation. Like people would actually like stand up and be like, yes, we are Muslim. We not gonna stand for anything or tolerate anything else. Especially with like people like Andrew Tate and then other Muslims, people waking up to these things. People are like you know what I'm saying? Like alhamdulillah, we're all Muslims. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing. That's a great thing. It's a blessing. But the thing is, as I'm growing and I'm realizing and I'm seeing everyone, it's not like how we used to be before, how like in high school, like everybody got different phases and different changes. But I'm just saying us as a ummah as a whole, I feel like us, we again, end the times are coming. But like but that's something different. But like
I don't
us
know
as
about that. I
Muslims,
disagree with that.
as Muslims are coming together, and I believe that we as we're finding ourselves as Muslims, we're getting stronger and having a better connection.
I agree with you
personally
saying.
disagree with that. I disagree with that.
No, I kind of agree with both of you guys. I see what Jay is trying to say. Like as us, as we were kids, we would not like claim we're Muslim or anything.
Mm-hmm.
We would try to fit in with any group. Like if we're in America, so we're mostly going to a Christian school, even if they don't claim they're Christian, but we all know it's run by Christian people. We wouldn't go up to like a 12-year-old me is not gonna go to school wearing khamis and be like, my name is Muhammad. I'm a victim of this. I'm a suspect of this, bro. Because in high school, I used to go by Mo. And, it's not like that I was decaying my name or like trying to throw away the name Muhammad. But most of kids in high school or in like middle school, they're not going to step up and be like, I'm Muslim and talk about it, They're going to try to fit in with the gap of, the ages, If Kyle is playing hockey, I want to get the same haircut as Kyle. And, I want to be as cool as Kyle. And what you're saying is like, our faith is stronger. You guys are both saying the correct things, but I'm trying to agree with both of you guys.
I'm disagreeing with the last thing that Jaylani said because, okay, see, that's your personal experience. Because me personally, I wasn't like that in high school. I don't know about like elementary and middle school, but in high school, I was strong and confident about who I was. You couldn't tell me a goddamn thing, boy. I was so proud of who I was. I was so happy. Like I always, whenever somebody asks me, "Who are you? I'm so happy to tell people my life story, my background, and where I come from. So like my image hasn't been a problem like for me. Like I didn't have like an identity crisis, right? So that's where so in your experience, you might have been like hiding.
No,
But
it's not like
about hiding,
it's
but
not
you're
about
trying to fit
hiding.
in. You're
Yeah,
trying to
like
fit in.
I'm not saying it's not just me. I feel like it's any kid that's in high school, especially when
feel
we go to like an American school.
I feel like that's relative though. You're gonna have some people that, that are gonna try to fit in, and then you're gonna have some people that are confident and they're okay with who they are. What I was talking about specifically about the Ummah being what Jaylani was saying, like he feels like the Ummah is united and we're one and we're coming into our image. I personally disagree with that, man. I feel like for the most part, like when you look at the Ummah as a whole, I don't know. I don't know if I would say we're united, man. I feel like everybody's all over the place and everybody's just doing them. Honestly, I feel like people just in their own lane. Whether it's a country, whether it's a community, everybody is doing their own thing.
But no, let me ask you: do you feel like your community is strong? Because we can't talk about someone else's community or someone else's country, But how do you feel in your community? Are we strong?
Strong in what aspect?
In faith-wise.
I would say we was probably strong when we was little kids. Like growing up, I feel like the community was tight knit. Everybody was sticking together, and honestly, that might have been because we all came to a new country. We didn't know we didn't know anything, so we had to stick together, right? But now everybody growing up, everybody going down their own path and going separate ways. I don't feel like we're as Nick as we used to be. You feel me? I feel like we're everybody's kind of doing their own thing and like in their own lane. All the people that we knew, some people are getting married, some people are getting jobs. Folks taking vacations. So I feel like people are doing their own thing, honestly.
I know, but getting a job, getting married, and going places, that's life. Because Allah said, live your life. You could get a job and go to vacation, still have a strong faith though.
No. What I'm saying is, I don't feel like the community is as close
tight,
knit
as close to the religion
as it was when we was little.
I know.
That's my opinion though.
But you know that as a kid, every kid lives in a bubble. We don't see the true. Like we're all going to the masjid. We don't see the community. Kids don't know anything about the community.
You can to a certain degree. You can know what's going on. Because when you were little, think about it from this way, right? When you were little, like you knew who was coming to the masjid. You knew who you were interacting with. Me and you. How many times would I see you at the masjid on a Saturday or a Sunday, right? When you was little, you would have called me at the masjid every Saturday and Sunday, whether that's a Barthatic masjid or whether that's a Grand or West Pine, whatever it is, But now, how many times you see me at the masjid right now? If it's like you'll probably catch me at the masjid during Ramadan, but when would I catch you at the masjid at every Jummah?
Yeah, Grand Masjid. You better see me there.
But
I'm there with Spine too.
I said, Jaylani, are you going to the masjid every Jummah?
Yes, I try my best to.
Man, I don't see y'all, man. Y'all real live with the camera, man.
Go to?
I'm at Grand Masjid every Friday.
Which one? There's like 3 masjids. There's like 4 masjids. I go to the one whichever I can.
I'm just saying we not there as constant as we was when we was younger.
I mean,
let me not say we.
Just
I would
say
say me.
Yeah.
I'm not there, and I don't see a lot of people when I'm there. Like I go to BT. I wouldn't see you. I wouldn't see me and you used to go to BT a lot.
Barthatic, by the way, BT. But look, I don't go to Barthatic.
Even if you say Barthatic, they're not gonna know. But go ahead.
Some people, but look. Barthatic, I went there for Duxi. I didn't really go there for Jummah prayer. And sometimes, like 2 months ago, I used to go there every other Friday. I'm always down at Grand Masjid. And at West Pine during Maghrib.
They opened Grand Masjid back up. I thought they shut that down
This man lives under a rock.
No, hold up. During COVID, I thought they shut it down.
Only for like 4 months after COVID.
So they opened it back up
A while ago.
They let them folks come back in.
Yeah.
Man, they said COVID, the masjid is shut down. They didn't care nothing about that, huh?
Well,
The state had to come in. Man,
They had to come in.
These people, man.
No, but Grand Masjid has like valuable customers. They loyal. I'm one of them. Every Jummah.
It's mostly
I'm
a
there.
Somali community, right?
Yeah, pretty much. No,
Yeah.
it's a mixture. Arab. I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but Arab and Somalians.
Nah,
Afghanistan.
not Lians, but Somalis, I think they got Grand on lock.
They got their own masjid.
No.
That's funny.
They're starting it now.
No, it's already open. What do you mean they're starting
They
it?
opened it?
You've never been there?
Yeah.
haven't
So
been
basically,
We're getting off topic.
like, yeah, as all these things are going around or that are happening, I feel like that Ramadan really, 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 really changes people perspective, people mentality. Basically, it's like every person, like they gotta change their mind, change their heart, fight the urges, fight the fitna that's going outside. If they have a problem with this brother, or if there's something going on, I feel like all that it has to, you know what I'm saying? But that's when like a whole lot of people go through those type of challenges and just, have fun in Ramadan.
But
That's
look,
just
hear
part
me
of
out.
it.
Ramadan might be the special month for everyone to try to repent and get forgiveness. But you know what's the night that everyone shows up? Laylatul Qadr. Laylatul Qadr. No, I've seen
That's
people.
the last 10 days. Nobody know exactly where Laylatul
But that's what I'm saying. Everyone should be coming to the masjid throughout the whole 30 days. Everyone waits for that last 10 days. The masjid is packed.
And that's one thing that I believe that
The food, the best too during the last 10 days.
We should all.
It's like they throughout the whole Ramadan, they hiding the best stuff. Like the last 10 days is when the best food dropping, boy. Like, damn, Sister Maryam, where you was keeping this at?
I don't think it's the food. I think it's the fact that you have to be up at 4 a.m. and then praying.
Yeah, when my mom used to be cooking the food, she wouldn't go to sleep after Tarawih.
see?
Not even Tarawih. After,
In the kitchen cooking. In the kitchen working.
After Isha. So she'll cook the whole day. And then Isha will come and then
Bringing out the
she'll
best
bring
recipes she got.
other people. So other people from other families, all my aunties and stuff, they'll come and they'll help her cook. And as they help her cook, then they go ship out to West Pine.
The recipes are a combination.
When you bring the food, right, you be like, I know these people gonna love this food. You bring the food, everybody.
I had,
And so, you know,
I
this
have-
smell busted. I'm in my head
They're
like,
like, I
yeah,
had
my
4
mama made
aunties
that.
working on this. It wasn't one. It was 4
It was
women working
4
on this.
aunties
But
working
4
on this.
aunties working on
Because
this.
the
boy.
reward, and that's one thing about Ramadan, the reward of everything is 10 times. So I would say, what would be one thing in Ramadan that last Ramadan you didn't do that this Ramadan you be like, I'm gonna stay on top of this Ramadan.
I'm gonna be legit. Not go to the bathroom when Tarawih starts. Last Ramadan, may Allah forgive me, but pretty much is what I did.
in the masjid,
Bro, Sheikh Kamal at West Pine. I want everybody to come to West Pine. I'm not throwing shade at Sheikh Kamal, but one rakah, bro, that takes a minute with Sheikh Kamal, bro. Be prepared for 15 minutes, one rakah, bro.
That boy be stretching. He be stretching that joint.
Wallahi, Allah barik to him though.
But let me be honest, man. Since we talking about like our shortcomings and the things that we want to improve, I want to say I feel like my imam isn't as strong as I would like it to be. I feel like my imam has dropped like tremendously. I feel like I'm not on the deen as strong as I would like to be. So just the goal for me during this Ramadan is to try to work on it. Make sure I'm gonna be real, man. I don't even like. I'm gonna just be completely honest, bro. I don't even do like the 5 times prayer a day, man. Like I'm lacking in a lot of areas, man. So I just want to improve. I want to get closer to Allah. I want to get closer. Because as soon as something go down, I'm running to Allah. I can't wait to bust out my du'as, boy.
Hey, bro,
as soon as something happens, but I feel like my imam and my deen isn't as powerful as it could be, and I'm trying to work on that. Inshallah, hopefully I'll get to a better place.
And the first step, I think, is acknowledging it. The fact that you acknowledge that, and the fact that when something bad happens to you, you think about Allah. I think that's the good part already. You got first and second step done. All you got to do is continuance, bro. Consistency.
Yeah,
I swear,
right.
praying. If you sit down and pray after you, there's this guy, one of my friends. I'm not gonna say his name or anything, but he says the same thing sometimes,
Y'all was throwing names the whole time. Now I'm not saying
Now
that.
That
specific-
boy
But
Hamadi
yeah,
sneaked this shit.
I'm
He
not-
had to stop himself. He's like, he was ready to set that boy out.
I swear, but I
can't
stopped
confide
myself.
nothing in you, boy. Hey, go ahead.
No. But what I was trying to say was like he had the same problem, and I'm not. You're not the only problem, bro. I guarantee you. I'm not trying to give a percentage or anything, but most is higher than you. The percentage is higher than you would think, But one of my friends, he was saying, after I pray, I don't feel close to Allah, or I don't feel the intense or the feeling I used to feel. He used to say, I used to pray Dhuhr. After I prayed Dhuhr, I would miss Asr. And, as time went by, he would feel some. But as time went by, he started not feeling anything, so he would just let the salat pass him. But you know what I told him? In order for you to start feeling something, and I could be completely wrong, someone else could advise you better. What I would say is, after you pray Dhuhr, sit there for 2 minutes. And I feel like if you don't feel connected to Allah, after you pray, sit there for 2 minutes. You don't even have to pray sunnah. After you pray, sit there for 2 minutes saying Subhanallah, Subhanallah, Allahumma, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, astaghfirullah, sit there. And I guarantee, I can't guarantee you, but I'm pretty sure there's a percentage of
But
you
doing those
getting
things, but let me tell you about those things. I used to be the type that after I pray, I just get up and go. And there's like 24 hours, and sometimes you got to think in a different way. Sometimes if you think in a different way, you would actually do those things a lot better. So one thing I would say is like, there's 24 hours in a day. And we got five prayers. You know what I'm saying?
it's 27 in a day, but
24 hours in a day.
It's
I don't
24
know.
hours.
There's
Hamadi.
24 hours in a day.
There's no debate. Continue.
There is no debate. If I tell you 2 + 2 is 4, it's gonna be 4.
I could say-
Anyway, so there's 24 hours in the day.
When they say 24/7.
Oh no, I'm dumb as hell.
When
Bro.
they
We gotta
say
delete this
24/7.
part. Wait.
We keep it.
No. I had a moment.
we leave it.
24/7 means every. No,
24
my bad. I
hours
take
in
that
a day,
back.
7 days a week.
I take that back. I take that back. That was.
Go ahead.
I apologize for
Nah, it's
that.
all okay. It's all
Alright.
good. Hey,
I had a glitch.
It's a lonely
It's
moment.
24
It's all
hours
good.
in a day.
That's how
It's
you know we in a
24 hours.
simulation. Go ahead.
It's 24 hours in a day. And there's gonna come a day that time will be done. You know what I'm saying? So you got 24 hours in a day. You pray us a lot. Whatever is going that you're thinking of doing later, it's not gonna go anywhere. It's just gonna be there. Even if you sit for 2-3 minutes saying Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar on your fingers 33 times, that's only 33 seconds. So not even like 2 minutes, you already finished your regular dhikr. And then you read your Ayatul Kursi, and then you read the Amin Rasul, and then you read the Salatu al Nabi, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And then after you're done with that, as you're doing that, it's you're in a quiet place. You focus on what you're saying. It's almost like meditation for 2 minutes. And then after that, you go throughout your day. But as you're sitting there for those 2 minutes, I swear to you, it feels like the best 2 minutes ever. And it's only going to take 2 minutes. And the reward that you will get in those 2 minutes is crazy. Back in the time of the Sahabas, when they used to do a good deed, it was only one good deed. So now, you know how right now, how we say, if you read Alif Lam Mim, it's 10 hasanat. For them, if they really read Alif Lam Mim, it's 1 hasanat. And they were doing everything. But for us, it's times 10 or times 7 or
Why
times
is that?
70.
Break it down. Why is that?
Why is that? That was just how it was back in the day.
No, I'm saying why is it 10 times for us?
Because Alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knew, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam knew that us and this nation, the nation of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the times that we're in right now, that we will be very weak.
So wait. We want to make sure we're whatever we're saying is like factual. Like, is this? I mean, and it could be incorrect, but this is like you believe that this is factual.
Yeah,
true.
well, he's saying it's pretty correct because it's gonna be harder for us. Everything we do now is gonna be 10 times more ajr from then.
Right, and then the idea is because for them they
prophet.
had like proof.
The prophet, yeah.
Like they had like evidence, they could see the miracles. I'm not saying we don't have proof or evidence, but we're going like or Imam has to be stronger because we might not necessarily see the miracles for ourselves, right?
Yeah, there was a hadith. I don't know exactly word to word, but the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ told the Sahabas that he says, "I want to be able to hug my brothers," and then the Sahabas were like, "We're your brothers." And then he's like, "No, you guys."
Said, I yearn for my brothers.
I yearn for my brothers.
I yearn for my brothers.
He said, "I yearn for my brothers." One of the Sahaba said, "But we're your brothers." He said, "No, you guys are my companion. My brothers are the ones who will follow me and listen to me, but have never seen me, which is us." Everything is 10 times awarding to us because as time went by, the faith has gotten stronger. They had the prophet as proof in front of them. Like Prophet Isa, Musa, they had all of them. When the Sahabas, they had the prophet with them. So
I
if they
think
did something
Sahabas
wrong,
isn't Sahaba referring specifically to Prophet Muhammad's?
no. So
Sahabas
companions
are
means
Companions,
You know how
okay,
people
alright.
in the Bible, they have disciples. They be like disciples of
Companions,
Jesus.
okay, so-
all those
so-
people.
So companions applies to
Companions.
anyone, any prophet. All the prophets had companions.
Yeah, of course.
Companions are just people who follow you. Who really believe in
That
you.
are there.
There
They're
at that
actually
time.
there.
So that to answer your question, that's why it's 10 times
Nah,
more
that makes
rewarding
sense.
for us.
I heard that before, but I just wanted to get that distinction for
Yeah,
the
so-
people that have never been exposed to that information before.
So it's like it's like you get 10 times the amount of reward that you'll get. Even if you read Ayatul Kursi after each prayer, you would get the only thing that between you and Jannah is death, they say. So like it's like now that you have these regular rewards, and now in the month of Ramadan, those things will be multiplied by 70, multiplied by 10. Each action is different. But as we go through these things, as we go through Ramadan, and then we see and then we see the month as the 30 days are going, it's like a time for us to just grab everything that we can. You know what I mean?
I hear that.
Like just grab everything we can. Because last year, the Ramadan before, someone died literally the day before. Ramadan's literally the next day. They died that day.
Is it someone we know?
Yeah,
was
someone that we know. His name is Muhammad. I don't know, but inshallah, may Allah rest his soul.
How you gonna say someone we know, but I don't know?
No, it's someone that we know, but
Not personally.
Not personally, bro. I know him. People know him. Somebody
The community knew him.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, but we
That's
didn't.
crazy.
We don't. I don't know who.
Yeah,
he
inna
is
lillahi wa inna
exactly.
ilaihi raji'un.
Bro
Yeah.
said Muhammad like it's not 80 Muhammads out here.
Bro, we
Go
got two
ahead.
Muhammads
It's all
sitting
good.
right here. I was
It's all
thinking
good.
you died.
I like-
Stop, I'm
Yeah,
joking. You
good.
did.
Go ahead.
But like, yeah, that's one thing I would say about Ramadan. So it's just a beautiful time, and those are the things that should get fixed on. A lot of people, the guy who wasn't feeling spiritual, that's one thing that he should do. Just sit down, meditate, take his time, do what he needs to do. Because Ramadan only 30 days. If you could just sit down and take your time and take each day as the last day, most definitely Ramadan will what's the name? It'll like put good deeds on your scales, honestly.
Let me ask you guys a question. Are you guys willing, like, the Ramadan is coming, what are you willing to sacrifice to get good deeds during the month of Ramadan? You know, I know most of us don't go to the masjid every day. But speaking about going to the masjid, who's willing to sacrifice some time to go pray one salat in the masjid during Ramadan? Because I'm pretty sure that's awarding too. Do you guys understand my question?
Yeah, I understand your
why
question.
J-Line
Yeah,
like that?
yeah.
But I'm just
So
saying,
those down a little bit.
No, but I'm just saying, you asked like two questions in one question.
Yeah, pretty
you,
much.
You said what we would sacrifice, and then
Are you guys willing?
Are we willing to go to the masjid? One thing I would sacrifice would be like working. Honestly, working would be, even though money comes and go and all that, but I would say working, because it could be my last Ramadan. I might not see a Ramadan after this. Money's always gonna come and go. And who knows, people may die. I might die. So I'd say money would be something that I wouldn't really.
That's kind of plain though. What do you mean money? Because you need to work,
Basically working.
So what are you gonna?
So he said he's willing to sacrifice some working hours and
Working
spend some more
hours and
time
not, like,
at the
quit.
masjid.
Okay.
Right, that's what you're saying.
So you're not
right?
gonna quit your job.
I'm not gonna quit my job.
Oh, okay.
He's saying
I had to
he's
clarify that.
Working hours.
Willing to cut some hours.
Because-
What you want this man to be a homeless?
No, I was about to say, but this
Live at the masjid?
No, Jaylani said, "All right, I'm about to work. I'm sacrificing work."
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, what do you mean work? So-
Work take majority of my day, honestly.
all right, so you're gonna take a day off on your schedule.
No, have a regular schedule, but I do, the regular.
Yeah, so
Bro
if my
saying
time
he
is
gonna
up-
he's saying he gonna
If my
cut some
time-
hours
yeah,
basically to
if it's
spend some time at the masjid.
If it's time for
Alright,
Asr,
alright.
if it's time for Asr, I'm finna go pray Asr. I'm not gonna worry about work. If it's time for Maghrib, I'm gonna go pray.
oh,
Maghrib.
okay,
I'm
so you're not
worry
gonna be
about
like,
work.
all right, let me push this hour
Either push
in.
this out. No,
Okay, you're gonna be like, okay, it's Maghrib.
It don't matter if work cannot. I'm not gonna make no excuses. Let it be work. Let it be my holiday. I'm hungry. It's crazy. Like nah. I gotta. Whatever good deed there is to do, I gotta do it.
All right, so during Ramadan, you're gonna make work for you,
Yeah,
pretty much.
basically.
What about you, Mahmoud?
Honestly, bro, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't really like to talk too much about like the deen and the religion, man. I mean, me personally, what am I gonna sacrifice? I don't know. I think I think the mindset that I'll try to have is like, inshallah, like I'll try to improve in areas that I know that I need improvements in, and that's me like consistency and coming to the masjid. Making sure I pray at the masjid. I want to catch a lot of the prayers. Like I remember last Ramadan, I caught some prayers at the masjid, but I would say like I missed like a lot of them. I wasn't there every single day. I didn't pray Maghrib every single day. I didn't go to Tarawih every single day. So I want to like try to increase those numbers.
Which Ramadan? Because I'm pretty sure I saw you a lot we were arguing at the masjid a lot, dog.
I
What
know
are you
we
talking
were there,
about?
but I don't think I was there like
I don't thi-
all day, every day.
Not
Like,
every day, but I think
like-
you were there like the last 15.
Yeah, like the last 10 days, I might have came through a lot more, but I wasn't like consistent with it. Like when I was young, boy, I was.
You guys
When
used
they
to
was doing iftar, I'm there. I'm in there. You know what I'm saying?
You guys used to sleep in the masjid. I remember.
you,
You, Bishash,
we used
Jaylani.
to sleep there.
But one
boy.
thing I would tell you,
like the
is-
last 10 days, we did it like a lockdown. We
Yeah,
locked
we were
ourselves in the
lockdown.
masjid. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm saying last year I went to the masjid, but I don't think I went. What I'm saying is I want to increase the days.
Okay, you want to
the
add more
amount of
days you're there.
times. Yeah, I want to add. And I don't think I prayed Tarawih last year, man.
No.
I'm looking real bad right now on the
No,
camera.
it's okay. Because
I don't
you,
think I prayed Tarawih. I might have prayed like here and there, but I want to increase that.
I mean, the whole point of, doing better is mentally putting yourself there. If you mentally tell yourself, I'm going to try this, don't just mentally say it, though. You got to actually put effort
Now,
to doing it.
of course. And here's the thing I wanted to talk about too. I feel like when it comes to the deen, me personally, it's crazy because I don't feel like I don't really like to talk about the deen and the religion, right? And my main reason is because I feel like I become a hypocrite. We talked about this a little bit, but one thing that I'm seeing is like when it comes to the deen, a lot of people like. For the most part, it's like a look. They're setting a look, and the look is, look, I'm religious. I follow the deen, and I don't know. I feel like people they're selling a dream, because at the end of the day, I feel like we're all human beings. We make mistakes. There's gonna be people among us who are very pious, but there's also gonna be people among us who are not pious. And I guess it's within the culture. Like you want to hide your bad, the bad things that are going on. You want to hide that and minimize that and make sure you don't put a spotlight on that. But I just feel like that's affecting like the community and especially the younger generations negatively, bro. Because I feel like if you're not on point, if your imam isn't the best, if you're not the sheikh, that people gonna look at you like, oh, don't say that. Why are you setting yourself up like that, man? Keep that on the hush. And it shouldn't be like that. Like, let me give you an example. At my university, when I was in my university, man, these people, them folks was putting on the act, bro. So we'll have like a sheikh come into like an auditorium and he's speaking to the brothers and the sisters. The boy that's the wildest. The boy is a wild boy, bro. You look if you know the things that he doing, the man is wild, right? But when he in the auditorium, dude writing his question on a note, acting like he too shy. I'm like, yo, stop it. Stop the act,
Wait,
bro.
is this one of your classmates or the professors that about to?
Not a professor. It was like an event at the university. It was like an event at the university, and it's like where we were hosting an event, and it was for Muslim students basically. And you asked the sheikh or the speaker questions. Basically, they were given da'wah or whatever it may be. I think one time it was like a Malcolm X special, where they talked about Malcolm X and Islam and the African American community. But I'm just saying, it was like a speaker in an event, and people like the girls and the boys, like they're writing notes, they're quiet. The boy acting like he the shyest person in the world. I'm looking at this dude like, bro, I know what you was doing yesterday, bro. Like,
so wait, because you were with him?
Huh? No, I'm just saying, like, me. I feel like when people do that, I feel like that's an act. I feel like come as you are. You feel me? Yeah. Like if you, I'm not saying put a spotlight on the bad that you're doing, but be like, you have to be honest with yourself, bro. You can fool everybody else, but how can you improve if you're not honest with yourself?
But couldn't you say he is improving by asking those questions? Couldn't you say that?
No, I feel like no. The thing is, you can't be one way during the ceremony, during the speakers, based on who's there, and then another way as soon as you step out. But that's like it's like you lying, honestly.
But what if he had a change of mind after that night in between the day of the speakers?
Listen, I'm not being judgmental here, right? I'm not being judgmental. All I'm saying is it's okay to be who you are, and not in no crazy way. Like if you have shortcomings within the religion, right? Like let's say you feel as though your faith and your imam isn't as strong as it could be. I feel like it's okay to feel like that, and it's okay to talk about that, because the only way you could get help, the only way like you can, some people could advise you and go on a straight path is if you let people know about it. Like when I pull up to my like brother Tariq, he's our teacher, right? When I pull up to him, I'm not. He might say, "Oh, like you are, oh, mashallah, you're an excellent student. You're becoming a very strong young man. I like the things that you're doing." I accept those compliments, but I also like make an effort to keep it 100 with him. I say, "Brother, I feel like this. I've been moving like this. I feel like this." And through me saying that, he gives me a lot of like feedback. He gives me a lot of like suggestions and advice. If I just came to him on some, I'm gonna pretend like I'm the most pious person in the world. He wouldn't have like recognized that. You feel me?
No, I see what you're coming from.
You guys get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I 100% I agree with you.
But here's this. A lot of people do that. I ain't gonna fake it too. A lot of people do that. But what we are taught in Islam, honestly, is that if the one biggest thing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us and the biggest blessing is basically, he is basically the person who hides people's sins.
I was about to say that, yeah.
He's the one who hides people's sins. So whatever you see up front with that person is whatever he allows you to see. The thing is, a lot of people don't know this, but when a person does a sin, it's already one sin. If he goes and he shows it in front of somebody, it becomes double that and twice is what it is. You know what I mean? So one thing, I'm not saying you judgmental or anything, but it's just that you don't know what that person's intention is. You don't know what that person's battling or what that person's going through. You feel me?
Yeah, like I told you,
but one thing I would say is this. Sometimes putting up that act, I would say, or I don't want to say act, putting up like, let's say you do your sins, do what you do. It's better if a person does it hidden and then shows you a good and then keep that between him and Allah.
Yeah, that's at least showing an effort. Like, you know how you said he was wild on this day, and then the speaker came in. He was like, well, I'm saying
I thought that boy was a sheikh from Saudi Arabia, boy. The way that man was looking, you would have thought he was leading Tarawih in the Hajj, bro. Stop for the line. Let me chill out.
But the thing is, anything could happen overnight. That night, like for example, that night, if you seen him come out from from haram place, he came out and boom, Allah changed his heart. pure of heart. All of a sudden now that guy is a sheikh. Like you, if some, what I'm trying to say is, if you see someone doing something bad right now, don't judge them upon it. You know, just because you're in the right path, don't mean you're gonna stay upon it. And because Allah can change any one of us. You know, you could be it could be a sheikh. He's pious, mashallah, and Allah Mubarak, he's everything. And then there could be a woman, I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, who could be a woman who does boom, 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 you know, goes around and stuff. And that one night, that sheikh, boom, did something. You ever heard that story, like your parents told you, about the story about the guy, what you gonna call it? It was this guy, right? He was a sheikh. I don't know if he was a sheikh or anything, but this guy was pious. He was in the masjid every day. He saw this guy walk into the masjid. And he knows this guy, you know, like you said, that guy was wild. He knows this guy is wild. He walked into the masjid. All of a sudden, he saw this guy shining, mashallah. And when I say shining, it's purity. Like this guy was bad, and now this guy sees him shine. He goes, subhanallah, what happened to this guy? You know, he's like, why is this guy doing this? You know what someone told him? Shaitan told him, this guy used to be bad. If you do something bad and then you repent, you're going to become good. Shaitan came to him and said, that guy used to drink. You want to do, Shaitan got to his head and completely made the sheikh tell him to do one bad thing and then repent. You're going to do it. You know what the sheikh did? The Shaitan told him, go talk to that girl. He went and talked to that girl. You know, she said, I don't know if you know the story, Jailani.
I think it's
but you know,
in my head.
Shaitan kept telling him to do something. He said, go talk to that girl. He went and talked to that girl. It's the sheikh, bro. Went talked to a girl. Guess what happened? He talked to her, got closer, boom, got her pregnant. As soon as he got her pregnant, now the Shaitan told him, okay, you a sheikh. Let nobody know what you just did, you know. Kill her and the baby. He killed the baby and the mom. And then the Shaitan told him, they put him in jail, right? He's in jail now. Shaitan tells him, if you want me to save you from this jail, sujood for me.
Yeah, it makes sujood.
Make sujood for me. Boom. That's what the sheikh did. Sujood for Shaitan, bro. And look how quick that turned. It was a sheikh in the masjid.
So I guess let me break my argument down, right? I'm not saying like don't hide your sins. I'm talking about more of like the repercussions that has like on the community as individuals that are a part of the community grow up, and you know, just individuals that are a part of the community. Like think about it like this. Like let's say you come from a community where people are taught to portray this certain image, right? Mm-hmm. As soon as somebody that's like a black, that like as soon as somebody does something that's considered outrageous or not acceptable, they automatically become like the black cat of the community. You know, they are outcast. Like, this is unthinkable. How could this individual do this? And what it creates is not what it should create, where it's like, you know, we're hiding our sins, not hiding our sins, but we try to, you know, we don't want to put our sins on the forefront, and we try to be the best that we can be. But it does like the opposite, where it's like people are not being real with themselves and who they are and some of the things that they do, because they feel like as soon as like somebody finds out, they're automatically become a black cat and they're automatically ostracized, you know?
Yeah, but that's within community.
Let me finish the argument that I'm saying. So the specific issue I see with that is if like let's say somebody does something wrong, the reaction shouldn't be, yo, that was wild. Yo, how could you do such a thing? That shouldn't be the reaction. The reaction should be like non-judgmental, because you don't know what that individual is going through. You don't know the relationship that they have with Allah. You don't know how Allah feels towards that individual. You know, it shouldn't be judgmental. So I feel like if like people speak more on some of the things that are going on, and I'm not saying no crazy stuff. I'm just saying like for example, if you go to the masjid. Let's say we go to the masjid and we ask a question. How many of the brothers, how many of you guys feel like you're doing wrong? How many people are going to speak up, bro?
Probably zero.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm kind of against that, because I feel like, bro, it's okay to do something wrong. You human, bro. Like, if you're doing something wrong, I'm not saying like wear it on your, like, you should be proud of that, but it's okay. It gives this like perception where you have to be perfect and people strive for being a perfectionist, when the reality is you're a human being, bro. You're not perfect. You're going to make mistakes sometimes.
But the thing is,
you get where I'm coming from?
I know what you're saying, but I'm going to go back to what Jailani said. The whole point of, like, for example, the whole point of you trying to do something, if you did something bad and you want to go to a group of people that are good, they're not going to welcome you if you tell them everything, you know? You know what I'm saying?
No,
like, if
they shouldn't have that judgment, bro.
But we're humans. Allah has made us this way. So if you want to do something good, hide to Allah.
But if you a sheikh,
to Allah.
I feel like if you a sheikh, bro, if you say you're an imam and you're a sheikh and you people recognize you as that, people need to be able to come to you as they are, bro.
There
shouldn't be if you cannot go to the imam, the individual who's supposed to be knowledgeable with the religion and the deen, and come to them as you are without being judged, without being in a judgment-free space, how are you expecting non-Muslims to come? How are you expecting people who want to go down the right path to come and open themselves up if they're going to be judged?
But listen. Allah said, I am the judger, not the sheikhs. Sheikhs are also human beings. There are some sheikhs, I'm not going to say there isn't. There are some sheikhs that you can go to and consult with, but you should only feel consulting to Allah. Like if I did something bad, I'm going to go ask the sheikh, hey, I probably, if someone were to do this, I'd use myself in a third person, you know? It's okay to feel ashamed if you did something bad. You shouldn't be like, you know, I did something bad, I'm going to hide it. You can hide it. Okay, it's fine to hide it. Keep it within you and Allah, but you should step forward on moving on. I'm gonna be real with you. A lot of people are not gonna welcome you if you tell them your past, bro. And that's sad.
Wait, no. See, and that's why I have the problem.
I think.
You see, Jaylani,
I'm listening to both.
This is why I got the problem, bro. Like if somebody come to me and they talking about like me. Oh, let me just give my example, right? If somebody coming to me. Okay, I'll give an example. Like my younger siblings. I got a lot of younger siblings, right? And so these individuals have different characteristics, different behaviors. Me, when they come to me, I'm Judge Judas. Not Judas, I said Judas, but Judge Mathis, whatever the judge name was. Judge Judy, yeah, bro. I'm Judge Judy herself. I'm in there listening to cases. The little sister tell her case, all right, cool. The little brother tell her case, and I'm supposed to, you know, like the other day, like my younger sister, we were talking about something that was very personal, something that was very deep, and it made her very emotional, right? I have to create that space, right? In order for her to come to me like that, on that, I have to create that space. I have to let her know that this is a judgment-free zone. But just because it's judgment-free, it doesn't mean that I'm not gonna tell you where I think that you're wrong. It doesn't mean that I'm not gonna give like my specific opinion on it.
Okay. No, you can. I'll just.
That boy cooking us something powerful.
No.
I got something for you.
He like, yo, get through with it, my boy. You doing too much talking.
All
right, go ahead,
Everybody on this table had different experiences. Okay, Muhammad has two Muhammads have their experiences, and I have my experiences.
Why are you saying experiences like we did something big, bro?
No, because all three of us lived three different lives.
True.
You feel me? As we grew up and as we are to this day. What Muhammad is saying, correct me if I'm wrong, is that...
Yo, y'all hear that?
Continue, bro.
All right, go ahead.
Well,
am I the only person hearing this? Go ahead.
You hearing shit. I'm messing with you.
Correct me if I'm wrong, though. Basically, in St. Louis, us right now, even to this day, when I was a kid, even to this day, I went to Islamic school and all that stuff. But one thing I seen at other states, that there's a community and also there is an imam in the masjid, okay? Us people in St. Louis, we really don't have imams. We really don't have like a scholar. We really don't have like a person who really understands the deen from the book how it is. You know what I'm saying? Because Rasulullah
the book and the hadith,
from the books of the Quran, the tafsir, the seerah, everything. You know, we really don't have a person who really studied it. You know what I'm saying? So when we grow up, even to this day, all we have is our elders, and our elders, you know, their heads are very, you know, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You know what I mean? Yeah. So basically, that's what I'm trying to say. So as they have that same mentality and they come to this new world and their kids are different and then they're learning things and then their kids are doing things, it's literally outrageous to them. It's like, how could you do that? You know what I'm saying? If you were back in my country, this would never slide. You never come to this. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't even try dare speaking to me about these type of things. You know what I'm saying? And emotion and all that. But the thing about that's different is that when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, some people, a man came up to him, and whatever happened in Rasulullah time is, I guarantee, whatever happened right now is going on right now happened at the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So one day, hadith sahih, a guy came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and then he told him, Ya Rasulullah, give me permission to commit zina.
That boy wild.
Give me
That's
permission.
a wild boy.
And we thinking, well, we can't even say this to our fathers. A man came up. That boy
asking for permission.
That's how comfortable. That's how comfortable the people were with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to the point where a person could come up to them and tell them, Ya Rasulullah, give me permission to commit zina. And that's one thing that a lot of our elders right now, they're not emotionally intelligent or emotionally outside or open for us to do these type of things. And that's why kids will go to younger kids and they'll only talk to those kids because then they won't be judged. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, I see what you're
that
trying
boy
to
got
say.
another point. Go ahead.
I see what I was trying to say.
I want to hear the rest of the story.
Yeah. So Rasulullah, and this is the emotional intelligence that Rasulullah had. So when a guy asked him, "Yo, Rasulullah, give me permission to make zina," Rasulullah didn't say, "Wow, how could you say that? Da, da, da. How could you say that? Are you crazy?" No, you didn't. The man, Rasulullah, literally made him think, made him question. Would you like this to happen to your mother? Would you like for somebody to do this to your sister? Would you like for someone to do this to your daughter? And then the person he receiving, he's like, whoa, I wouldn't want that to happen.
So
I
why would you
wouldn't
do
need
it?
this to happen. So why would I do it if I don't want it to happen to my sister? What goes around comes around. If you knock up somebody else's sister, sooner or later down the road, something's going to happen to your daughter, to your sister, to your mother. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But I'm just saying, what goes around comes around. So he questioned him that. And because he did that, the guy didn't do that. And this other narration where there's so much emotional intelligence that Rasulullah did, but just that simple interaction that the man felt and Rasulullah gave, the man felt comfortable and it made him not do those things. But yes, I understand.
What?
Yo, is somebody breaking into the crib, bro? Yo, y'all just acting like ain't nothing happened to her.
It's probably Layla. She's probably moving
It's the
around.
cat, bro, moving
Yeah, probably
around.
the cat moving around.
You scared of a cat?
I'm in the hood, boy.
Cat bust in.
If somebody coming into the house, let me know, man.
But one thing is-
y'all just acting like ain't nothing happening.
No.
That's what, like, relax. All right, go ahead.
But like yes,
Allah is
there
protecting
isn't,
you,
there
bro.
isn't, especially in St. Louis, in the community that we're in right now, there isn't really that one person, that one sheikh, that one elder, there may be someone that's close to you guys. Like I know like your brother, he's when he speaks from a personal way as he is a child. Like one time,
What brother? Wait, what brother?
the one who owns the phone store.
Oh, Hassan.
Like, yeah.
Could you say Hassan?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say names here.
FBI watching.
But basically, he speaks at a time, like one time he was speaking to one of his nephews, and then he told him his experiences. Because, if a kid is out there doing jahiliyyah, stealing cars, being a thug, everybody would disown him. But the thing is, our uncle, your brother, our uncle, whatever.
Your uncle, boy. What you keep saying R for? Your uncle.
My brother. He told him.
That boy, my cousin. Go ahead.
He told him, I used to be like you. I used to do all these type of things.
What cars was he stealing in Somalia?
Not in
Cut that
Somalia,
out,
but
man.
like
Go
basically,
ahead.
Pretty much you say he was being
I
bad.
get what he's saying, though. Go ahead.
he told him the bad that he did.
Yeah.
And he told him the only way you're going to change is not by other people telling you that you're a bad person. The only way you're going to change is if you tell yourself and fix yourself. And that's how I got to where I am right now. And that's why I believe that what you're coming from, there's nobody in St. Louis or nobody in this community that has that emotional intelligence or have that deen or study that deen to the point where they shouldn't like push away this person, but also accept them to the like. If someone tell me something, I'll be like, you did what? But it's not. It's for me to control myself and for me to come to you and talk to you in a way where I'm not, grossed out or I'm not pushing you away. Because sometimes when a person, it's like this. If a kid comes and he burns something, he gets in trouble, and I hit him and I do something, he's not gonna like it. He's not gonna like the way how I did it.
But he'll know not to burn anything again.
They know not to burn anything, but sometimes it's just the way how you do things.
How you
know what
approach
I mean?
it, yeah.
How you approach it.
I understand what you're saying, but the thing is, the prophet had sympathy is the word you're looking for, You can't just, when someone comes up to something and asks you a question, like you were saying, my brother, how he made him understood how he used to do something bad, and how it wasn't good. He was showing sympathy or empathy.
Empathy.
Is it empathy?
Man, it's one of them joints.
It's one of them. But the prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, had empathy,
But that's also emotional intelligence, like what Jaylani
Yeah, that's
was saying.
Yeah,
emotional
emotion.
intelligence.
You have
Like
to show empathy.
being emotionally intelligent means like you interact with individuals.
You try to
differently
understand their
based
situation.
on who they are.
Yeah, you
Like
don't try
how
to judge
they
them
are.
over somebody else. Like if Muhammad did something bad, if Muhammad not something bad, if Muhammad did something bad, I'm not gonna judge him like I would judge
Not
Jaylani.
necessarily judge them. It's like being able, like
To approach.
Like you can't talk to everybody the same way you would talk to somebody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like if I talk to you,
you wouldn't talk to me the
Jaylani,
same.
he might have like a specific way he gonna get it. Like some kid, you know, you might be able to talk to him this way, but somebody else might not. Emotional intelligence means being able to
approach people with their level, you know, because everyone,
Yeah.
if you're a 5 and Jaylani's a 6, I'm not gonna approach Jay at the level of 5 and you at the 6, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna approach you with your level. I'm gonna speak to you how you would understand me, you know, and like, you know, speak to Jaylani how he would understand me. But that's the thing we lack. I don't know about other communities, but that's the Bantu community,
and
bro.
that's what I was trying to say. Look, it's not even a Bantu community, bro. I feel like within the cultures, it's like you can see it in multiple cultures. It's not just Bantu. That's what I was talking about when I'm saying like, I'm not saying wear your sins on your sleeves. I'm not saying that, but it should be okay to make mistakes. It should be okay to go down the bad road.
It's okay to have scars.
As long as like. Because the end goal isn't for you to like, you know, continue to go down that path.
Wait, is that okay to go down bad roads, but to come from bad roads?
No. Listen, going down a bad road isn't the worst thing in the world.
No, but I'm saying,
know what I'm
Making
saying?
mistakes.
You make-
it's okay,
Yeah, it's okay to make
It's
mistakes.
fine to
It's
make.
okay
That's what I'm saying.
Like for me,
It's fine to
like,
make a
for
mistake.
me, like a bad road for me, you probably wouldn't even consider that a bad road. You know what I'm saying? Like all I'm saying is like you should accept people as they are, but I'm not saying wild out. Like if bro came to me and said he a tree, I don't know about that one. I'm not saying
Well,
wild
treat him
out.
like a tree then. You need to respect people.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying like don't be too judgmental. And the community that we are a part of, and not just our community, other communities, very, very judgmental, bro. And it's easy for someone to like just like keep going away from the deen, the religion, the community, if they're being judged, bro. Like,
But that
a lot of the time, the people that judging, I'm pretty sure they did some of these things like in their lifetime, or they have experienced individuals that did it. Like they know, like they have close relationships with individuals that did it. So there's no need to be so judgmental. Is what
But
I'm
that's
saying.
the thing. We humans, we're hypocrite, bro. If I did something bad and I hear Jaylani did something bad, I'm gonna be like, oh, he really did that?
Bro,
That's a problem.
Look, Hamadi, us being humans and being hypocrites have like, okay, I understand that. You can acknowledge that. You can acknowledge that. But what I'm talking about is that's not an excuse for that to continue.
It's not an excuse. It's not.
That's not an excuse for that to continue going on. We need to be able to understand some of the things that are going on in our community that is wrong. And we, like, it starts with us. I remember when I was a little kid, I used to have a hard time. Well, like, let's say all the issues that are going on in the world, I used to have a hard time trying to figure out a solution. Like, God, how you gonna fix that? Like, that's wild, bro. Like, whether it be being broke, poverty, world hunger, whatever it is, whatever issue it is, how are you gonna fix that? And you know, as I was growing up, as I grew up, and as I like got some more experiences, what I learned is like, if you want to change anything, bro, like it starts with you first. Like, you want to change your community. First of all, change yourself. Make yourself, like, build your skill set up, build your knowledge up, build your resources up, so that when it's time to start contributing to the community, you have something to bring to the table rather than, you know, it starts yourself. And then with you, you know, you link up with other people that are like you, and that's how it goes. That's how it goes, right?
Yeah,
So
Allah said that He would not change the condition of a nation unless they change within themselves.
that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. Like, us being humans and being hypocrites is not an excuse. Like,
No, that's definitely not an
Right. We
excuse.
have to be able to recognize the issues that are going on within our communities, identify them, and tackle them, bro, and change that. Like a big thing. Like when I was younger, one thing, like a policy that my dad, I would say, didn't have was like, if I did something wrong, especially in school, if my teacher said I did something wrong, ain't no questions being asked, boy.
Oh, so the teacher lying, son? The teacher lying?
Ain't no question. If the teacher said you did something wrong, you did something wrong. So now as I'm like growing up and I'm dealing with my younger siblings, I'm not saying that the teachers is not right or wrong, but what I'm saying is I'm gonna listen to, like,
You're gonna try to understand both sides of the story.
see what they have to say,
Yeah.
figure out what's going on with them, why they feel the way they feel. You know what I'm saying?
That's the
I'm
thing
saying
that communities
evolving
lack.
and improving.
How
No,
could the
that-
teacher lie, huh? How
That's
could
the
teacher
problem
lie?
with all
No, the
communities,
teacher is
bro.
not lying. You are.
But no, Mahmoud, I understand what you're saying. Like,
That
you
boy
know,
call me Muhammad. Go ahead.
Muhammad, let me quote MJ, bro. Man in the mirror, you know, you're right. It should start within us. But you can't change a whole community is what I'm trying to say, you know?
Absolutely you can.
You over time, you can.
Absolutely you
over,
can.
Over time.
Like if you, that's the mindset, bro. That's the cancerous mindset that's within our community. And it's like this in my household as well, bro. Like let's say, I was telling this to somebody a couple weeks ago too. Like I had like a bunch of siblings. And let's say the bathroom, I will use this for example. Somebody mess up the bathroom. It's completely disgusting. If you don't have a camera inside the damn bathroom, you're not gonna know who did it. When you bring everybody around, okay, who did that to the bathroom? It wasn't me. I don't know. Everybody say they don't know. Who? What was it? A damn jinn? Like who did that to the bathroom? Like, and the thing is, accountability is lacked. Like if you once you put accountability into the table and you put the standards in there, you make sure that you have a solid foundations of what expected was not expected. That's how it works, bro. Like I'm in corporate America, and what I'm learning is success sometimes is done by creating an effective process and then copying and pasting that process in many different departments or many different areas. You get what I'm saying?
So let me ask you a question, and we'll go back to Ramadan. The restroom situation. Tell me and help us understand how you would fix that restroom situation.
Who?
The restroom.
That's just an example. Like
I know, but in order to fix something,
I'm gonna tell you,
you have to have blueprints.
I'm gonna tell you how I did it. Like my younger siblings. Okay, so my mom and my dad, they're getting older, so they can't really handle all my younger siblings. So I'm the general. I'm leading
Older
up
brother.
that charge. I'm the leading up that charge, right? So I've tried many things. I've tried a lot of things, and a lot of things didn't work out, right? When I would try to assign something to somebody, it just didn't work. So my solution, and I hope it's been okay so far, was I assign people chores. Like I break every day down, and every day, like this person might be assigned this number of chores, irrespective of who uses the bathroom. I don't care if nine people use the bathroom. If you're in charge of cleaning the bathroom, I want the bathroom to be cleaned at all times, no matter who's in there. If somebody messing up the bathroom every time they go in there, that's your responsibility for you to stay on top of that.
Ain't that injustice though? Because I could go in there and mess it up on purpose.
No. So here's the thing. It's about creating a system, and that system might not be perfect, but the system, doing that process and that
Build the
system
structure.
is a lot better than what it was before, where it was no man's land and it was like there was no structure at all. So now I can tweak that system. Now, like if my sister say, "Yo, I'm doing this is my task and I'm having these challenges," you could tweak that, fix that a little bit. Take this out, take that out, but the system that I'm assigning people the chores on a daily basis, that's helping a lot, bro.
You got a foundation.
Yeah, I got a foundation. Like my mom, she not worried about not the kids do. When I come to the crib, now the chores are done. The dishes are washed, bathroom is cleaned, the living room is cleaned. Before, when I used to come to my mom's house, it was a mess, and she couldn't deal with my younger siblings.
I like how he said that. It was a mess.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it was a mess, bro. Like everything was everywhere. Now nobody's cleaning up after themselves. But after the system, I'm seeing improvements, and I'm not saying it's the best. Like when more challenges come through, I'm tweaking it a little bit, like a little mechanic. I'm tweaking it, fixing it. So that's what I'm saying.
So
yeah. So one thing, not to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
One thing
go ahead.
I would say for everyone in any community, no matter what community you're in, is that especially in the Muslim community, us as Muslims ourselves,
They wilding
us
upstairs.
as Muslims
I think
ourselves,
it's like, is your cat running, bro? With
Ain't no
4
way that's a
feet?
cat. Boy, that sound like 150 pounds running, boy. That cat, ain't
That's
no
a
way
big
that's that
cat.
but basically, is to actually attain knowledge. When I was younger, there's a lot of things that I didn't know about. I thought I was cool, my little next thing you know, I go to a different place. Wallah, there's people better than me in any sort of way. They would tear me up. But the thing is, when I learned knowledge, I learned what not to do and what to do. So when I came back to my community and I saw what it was doing, I'm like, oh my
You were like,
God.
oh, I was blind to that.
I'm like, I'm blind. There's so much wrong that we're doing. But the thing is, I was the only person that went out and
and you have to. And
I went out and then I learned. But the thing is, once I came back, it's like I went by myself. But the thing is, there has to be more.
You saying
It can't just be
everyone.
See, Jaylani, look, it start with you, and that's like the message that I want to get across today. Like, bruh, at the end of the day, like sometimes, like in my household, I'll just go back to my household, bro. Like the issues that we were having is nobody felt responsible for anything that was going on, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if nobody feels responsible, they're like, or the opposite, the other side of that was they knew somebody else would take care of it. So if they knew that I would come and take care of it, they're like, I don't need to do it. Big bro gonna come handle that. And you know what happened when that happened? Bro, everything gets loaded onto me. And now I'm burdened. I'm stressed. Now I'm feeling like I don't want to do a goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it starts off with like, you have to play your part, bro. No matter how many other people are doing their part or not. You master your part, and slowly but surely, I feel like the community or the group or whoever you're dealing with are going to get there.
So pretty much, if you want to see a change in the community, start with yourself.
Mando. That's mandatory, bro.
Mandatory.
That's Mando.
So back to what you were saying, Jaylani, how you went out of the town or, to a different atmosphere.
I went out of town, went to a different atmosphere, saw Dean in a totally different way, came back, and it's just like, we really don't know anything. We really don't know nothing. We just go to Dooksy, come back, go to Dooksy, come back, go to Dooksy,
man,
come back.
they treat Dooksy like it was daycare, bro. Let's keep it
100.
Let's keep it 100.
Wallahi, most of the parents,
it was
for
a
them,
daycare. Our parents were not involved, bro, at all, bro.
I'll be real with you. That's true.
They dropped the kids off. They out of there.
But the funny thing is, most of our Bantu, I'm not gonna point fingers at other community because I'm not gonna speak about a community I'm not in. But I mean, the fact that I'm Bantu, I'm in a Bantu community. Most of our parents, bro, would drop off their kids at Dooksy, pick them up, and not ask them a single thing they learned, bro. They will put them in the car, be like, okay, tomorrow you're going the same time. Wake up. Tomorrow you're going the same time. Wake up. Like, how would your kid be interested in something if you're not interested, Like, you got to be interested in the deen.
If you're not behind the pedal.
And let's give credit where it's due, because I have seen some communities where the parents don't even do that. The parents, they don't even care about, like, taking them to Dooksy every day. All I'm saying is our parents, they did something. They every weekend they dropped us off. They took us to the masjid. But there's a lot of room for improvement.
A lot of room.
There's a lot of room for improvement. There's a lot of things that can be done. And we could take the experiences that we learned, and hopefully we'll pass it down to our kids.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if I buy a car, I'd be like, oh, I own the car. But no, you have to fix the car, change the oil monthly.
And they was wilding with the kids, too. I feel like it's too much dealing with like 12. Man, I don't know why they did that. And I think there's a reason why they did that. Everybody in our community, everybody got kids. Like it's nothing. Like 12 kids, 13 kids is nothing. You know why I think they did that? I think it's because back home, before the war, we were farmers, bro. So like
100% we were farmers.
And when you were a farmer, the more hands you have on deck to help out with the farm work, the better it is. Like the more able the more product you're able to produce. You have good. The more work you're able to get done. So it helped us back home.
Yeah, but that's a solid
But we're
reason.
not farmers now, bro.
No,
you gotta relax with that.
You
bro.
can say that was because we owned farms, and that's why we want to have kids.
No. I'm saying that's one of the main reasons why.
No, I think they were just horny, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. They're just probably horny, bro.
I don't know about that, but I know like one aspect of like us. And the thing is, like when you talk to your parents, a lot of the stories they talk about, it's the farm. Like my mom is the farm. Like she spent her days at the farm. They were always like harvesting things.
Ate what they grew,
all that. So it made sense.
Life was good back then.
It made sense back home. They was living off the land.
Sensational.
They was living off the land. So it made sense. So now we are looking at it from like this American like lens when we came to America, and now you got 12 kids and you in Section 8 and you broke as hell. It don't make no goddamn sense, but we got to understand the lens that the people, our parents are coming from. You feel me?
No, I'm not. That's the thing. I'm not trying to blame any. I'm not saying, shame on parents.
I'm saying we gotta call out their wrongs and give them credit where it's due. It was cool. Y'all took us to masjid, but don't just drop me off at the masjid like it's daycare.
That's the problem I think that we lack, bro. Like I said, I use the car as a reference. Like if I buy a car, but I own a car. No, bro. Take care of your car. Monthly oil change, dog. Get a refreshment for inside your car.
Boy, that ain't me, but I hear what you're saying.
Like you can't. If I'm gonna have a kid, bro, my responsibility is that kid to learn the deen. I'm not saying Allah will make you a challenge and make that kid, because it could happen. You can have 10 kids and all of them could become what you call a hafid, or maybe 10 or 11 or 9 of them will become hafid, and one of them leaves the deen. That's challenges in life. But you got to at least put effort to it. Like dropping off your kid at the masjid, good credit out for you. But are you doing well enough? Are you doing great? Are you putting effort into it? Because anybody, Michael could drop off Kyle at the masjid, bro, and not know anything about it. You know, you're gonna drop your kids off at the masjid. Make sure as soon as they get in that car, what
They
you
don't
learn
be
today.
involved, bro. That's a big criticism for the parents of the
and
community, bro.
And speaking just not about the dean too, bro.
Just in life,
in
like
schools too, in American schools, bro.
education, like all that, bro.
Most
like,
Bantu parents, they're gonna say, "Did you do your homework today?" That's all they'll say, bro. No one's gonna say, "Bring out your homework. Let's see what you learned today."
Homework. I heard homework.
Homework. Yeah. Bring your homework. And they'll only ask that question if the principal or the teacher calls and says you're doing bad. Like if you have an F in your class, your parents are the last people to know. And that's bad, bro. Like your parents are the resource, bro. The people you go to, the people that should say.
But hold up. Like we're being very critical, and you know there is a lot of room for improvement.
There is a lot of room,
but you have to give these people some grace to a certain degree, not everywhere, but to a certain degree. And that was our parents didn't know English when they came to the U.S. And it's not an excuse. Matter of fact, I can't give them no grace, bro. It was pretty bad, bro. They were not involved at all. And the biggest cancer, the biggest thing I'll say that could have fixed a lot of things is their unwillingness to change their mindset.
That's what I'm trying to say, bro.
That's a cancer, bro.
Like you know,
that is every empire, king, whoever you name it. Their biggest downfall, their unwillingness to admit their wrongs or to recognize the bad that is going on and correct it. Our parents are not willing to change their mindset for nothing.
But let me give credit, bro. There's a Somali woman out there. When I used to go to school, shout out to her, bro. She was there at school with her kids, bro. She didn't know a single English. She was sitting there with her kid learning, bro. She said, okay, I will say, the teacher would be like, you got to leave. This is a classroom for your child, not you. She like, okay, I'll be back. She would go outside in the hall. And I'm talking about Seagull, bro. A Somali mom would be there in the morning when we start school to the evening when we're done, but she would be out there. And after school, guess what she's doing with her children, bro? She's in the library, bro. They're teaching her what they learned. And that helps her, you know, I can understand she doesn't know anything. She doesn't know English, but her putting her hand down and saying, I'm going to help you guys out is helping herself too.
That's facts.
Now she knows better English. But if I see her now, she speaks better English probably than me. You know, it's not that, oh, she didn't know English, she couldn't do anything. Come on, bro.
That's facts. I'm not going to give that grace. I take that grace back.
Yeah, I don't understand.
They did not try, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
They did not try,
I don't understand. I've been living here. Honestly, they've been living in America longer than they've been living in Africa.
No, not our parents.
Not our parents. Some of them.
No,
we
came.
My dad is damn near 60, bro. We've been in America for 20 years, bro.
On my side,
40 years in Africa.
On my side of the fence, I came at 03. My dad had me at 20. So basically, he
was 20 years old when he had you?
Yeah, he was 20 when he had me.
And he 40? Okay, so yeah.
So basically for me, and then that thing is when he came, all his other sisters came, all his other brothers came, and all that. I still know aunties that don't know English to this day, and they need a translator. I'm like, you been here for
a long time,
10 plus years, and your kids speak English in the house, and you hear English everywhere. You still don't know English? Like there's gotta be something going on.
And let's not include the Somali community, because some of the Somali communities are doing better than the Bantu communities.
Okay, so let me give we gotta give a distinction, because we just throwing these words around. Yeah. We're gonna have a definition, because people let's break it down. Like we'll use this segment to kind of break it down, how we identify ourselves, what community that we come from. Hamadi here has been Muhammad, right? Or Hamadi?
Hamadi, both the same name.
All right. Damn, you confusing me. Okay, so Hamadi has been saying here, the Somali lady, and then when he refers to himself, he'll say Bantu. So let's put this out there. We're all from Somalia, right? We're all from Somalia. When he says Bantu and Somali lady, he's not saying I'm not Somali and that lady is Somali. Nope. He's just giving a distinction of the specific community that he's within Somalia. You feel me? So you have in Somalia, there's a couple of different groups of people, right? You have Barawa people. You have
Hamar.
Barawa, Hamar. Yes, Barawa, Hamar, and Banadiri. You have those, you know.
More too.
You have Bajuni. There's a Bajuni group in there, you know.
There's a bunch.
And then you have some Bantus in there. And even Bantus is like very distinctive. Like you got Wazigula. And then you have Mahawai. We're Mahawai. So when he's saying Bantu and the Somali lady, he's not saying like he's just making a distinction of the different groups and what our specific group is.
We like
our specific group. You can call us Somali Bantu is like a new word. Like that's a new word that started like in the 90s, I think.
Yeah.
But we're specifically like Rer Gosha. Did you guys know that? It's Rer Gosha, and we're predominantly we're in the south, right? In the south.
I don't know what part we are, but I heard we.
Yeah, it's
Gosha.
the south. Yeah,
South
it's
side,
the south.
south,
Predominantly
south
the
side.
south, and then in the south is where most of the farming goes on.
Shout out to the south.
We're a big farming community, and yeah. So just wanted to give those little distinctions.
Okay, what was I talking? Oh, the fact that what you call it, Somali groups, and then Bantu groups. I feel like the Somali groups are way much advanced than us, and I'm not talking about the deen wise, because I think the deen we're the same.
You see, this is gonna be a little problematic, bro, because people say like, "Why are you saying Somali groups? Aren't you Somali and say Bantus?" Guys, it's just a distinction within the different groups. We're all
the
Somali.
same.
We all came from Somalia, right, bro? So we're Somali nationals. Is just a distinction of the different groups that are in Somalia.
Just to point out the difference, our group, the Bantu group, are like at the bottom, because like most the Somali group, they're higher than us. I'm not talking about
When he says
deen-wise,
Somali
though.
group, he's talking about individuals that are part of like the. No, I'm saying.
For the third time.
No, for real, like
I think they got the message. Bro.
It's like a lot of
I think
clans.
they got the-
It's
I
like
think
you
they
got
got the message, bro.
Darod, you got Rahawain. Well, not you got Hawiya, you got Isaac. Did you know?
Yeah, but those groups, they challenge each other. But I'm talking about just them.
They beefing with them to each other. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And they, like I said, you got the. Go ahead, y'all get the picture.
But
bro.
the whole
Go
point
ahead.
of the argument is that we find excuses, bro. Like you say, I understand they don't speak English, you know? I guess you're new in town, you know? Like there's a saying goes, you can show a man you could feed a man a fish every day, or you can show the man how to fish and he can fish for himself. I don't think our parents were willing to go fish for themselves, bro. I think
And you got to think about it, bro. You're dealing with like my mom had a 4th grade education because of the Civil War. When the Civil War started, she was in 4th grade. I said, yeah, after the Civil War. So she has a 4th grade education to this day, right? Because when the Civil War started, she was in 4th grade and she had to flee, bro. So they never had a formal education. And some of the things that we're dealing with, like my dad, his dad passed away like when he was very young. So he probably like never, I don't know if he had like a father figure that like, so I see a lot of mistakes that he's making. So I don't want to give him a lot of grace because there is a lot of room for improvement. But we just gotta give some context.
Yeah, but
gotta give some context.
The whole point, my argument is, what I'm trying to say is there's not really a support, is what I'm trying to say.
That's
You know,
facts.
you can support bro, you know, everyone knows what BTS is, that group of, I'm not trying to be racist or anything. Is it Japanese?
Korean.
The Korean? Oh, I was about to say
Korean.
Japanese.
Boy,
Sorry.
they about to,
that BTS
boy,
group,
you
bro.
about to get canceled, boy. Yeah, they're Korean.
But no one knows anything they're saying, bro. I know, damn, I'm not trying to curse, but I'm pretty sure, I'm not trying to give a percentage, but
they
80%
do.
of the people.
Them fangirls do, boy.
Okay, after they Googled
they learn
it.
Korean, boy, just to listen to them boys. Go ahead.
But look what I'm saying is a lot of people know them, you know? Jay knows, you've heard BTS, right?
I don't know anything.
He
what
don't
y'all
got a
talking
clue.
about. I
But
don't got a clue what y'all talking about.
But they're like a group of 7 boys.
They're famous. It's K-pop band.
K-pop.
It's a K-pop. It's a K-pop, all male K-pop band, bro.
Yeah.
Korean shows, Korean people. I don't mess with none
But
of that.
more of
Korean
the-
food.
Don't say you
I
don't mess with it. Say you don't know, bro.
I don't know none of that.
You about to get canceled, bro. What you mean you don't mess with it?
I don't know.
But
none
more,
of that.
but more
Hey,
of the
Korean
story is,
barbecue chicken, it's slap.
I don't eat that.
but
don't eat that.
but let me get to the point. More of the story is you don't have to understand something at the moment to support it. You know, I'm using that Somali lady as an example. She didn't know anything about math, bro. But guess what she did? She stayed in school. Not her school, her child's school. And after school, they went to the
They let
library.
that lady come into school and take classes with her child?
Bro, you think they're gonna kick out a Somalian lady who don't know how to speak English?
Bro, they're gonna kick you out, bro. Like,
Seagull school?
so you telling me they let
Seagull?
this lady sit in class and take class with her kids?
No.
Ain't no
They
way,
kicked
bro.
her out in the hallway. They let her stay in the hallway.
Every day she could stay in the hallway?
She would walk. You don't understand what I'm saying?
Every day she would stay in the hallway.
Till her son comes out of the class.
And she would be there.
She would see me. She would say,
that's
hi,
dedication.
Muhammad. That's what I'm trying to say,
That's
bro.
dedication.
You don't have to know. Like, PT was the example. You don't have to understand something at the moment for you to support it. If your son is doing, bro, I'm guarantee you in the future, inshallah, I will have a child. He'll probably be a math genius or something, you know? I'm not gonna be like, oh, I understand everything. No, but inshallah, I'll be like,
Me
okay.
and that boy gonna be learning together. I ain't gonna lie
That's
to
what
you
I'm saying.
right
Like,
now.
it's supporting, you know? You don't have to understand something to support it, is my argument.
That's facts.
You know, BTS is a perfect example, bro. I've seen them all over the place. I don't know a single thing they say. And I've seen thousands of people follow them.
That's facts.
And they don't speak the language. But
some of them speak English, but go ahead.
Some of them, yeah. But the moral of the story is support, even if you don't understand it.
Yeah, and that's lacking within our community.
Yeah,
That's
like
facts.
when you bring out something new to the community, we're getting way off topic, but let me finish this.
Yeah, I'm finna wrap this up real quick.
Yeah.
That boy ready to go to sleep.
Our community, when we hear something new or somebody did something new, what the hell is that cat doing? Where'd she go?
That ain't no cat, dog. Y'all gotta stop blaming it on the cat, bro.
Something fell right there. Oh, it's the poster. The poster fell.
Okay.
I was about to say, what the hell? Where'd that cat come
what
from?
the-
Y'all keep blaming everything on this cat. That's not that cat, bro.
No, but more is when something new comes to our family, I say family, to our community, that's every community, bro. It's any human. When something new comes, we fear it, you know? Not every community,
They
especially
like
in our
the cruise.
community.
You know how
Yeah.
the cruise dad, how he was? Something new happened. Oh, you're gonna die. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna die.
Yeah, like it scares us, but at the same time, you gotta be willing to take a step, you know?
Yo, yeah. I agree with you.
That's what we lack. You know, you don't have to understand something to support it.
That's facts. That's facts.
You know, let's get that to our system.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And maybe we could pick up on this in the next episode.
Inshallah. But
Do y'all guys want to introduce yourselves briefly? Because we just started talking.
we
Got
did
got
started
into
talking.
it.
And we got the cat's right there, bro. It was definitely the cat. Shout out to
The
Layla.
banner is right here. How's she gonna touch it when it's back there?
Telekinesis or something
Get
like
outta
that.
here, man.
But they said cats have malaik with them, right?
Yeah, they got angels.
Oh, okay then. That's your answer right there.
Nah,
But-
good.
Moral of the story was, inshallah, Ramadan is coming soon, and we're all just trying to, do better.
Now
know?
I'm saying you want to introduce yourself to the podcast,
I mean,
like
let
to
me,
the
let, me,
audience.
let me finish. I was about to
Yeah,
get to
let's
that.
wrap
Go
up.
ahead.
Let's wrap up.
But Ramadan's coming. Everyone should prepare, and inshallah, we make it to this Ramadan and the next after. Let me introduce my boy. Let me introduce myself. You got a mic right in front of you. My name is Muhammad. I go by Hamadi. That's about it. Jaylan, you up?
My name is Jelani, and I go by Jelani. And
Jello.
yeah, no, Jelani. Jello is when I was young as a kid, but nah, it's Jelani.
Jello.
Muhammad.
Jelani right now.
My name is Muhammad, and I could go by Mahmoud as well, but I mainly go by Muhammad.
I go by Hamadi most of the time, but that's it for the
We are the
show.
three
First
Bantus.
episode, you know what I'm
First
saying?
episode got done.
Thank you guys for joining us in our first episode. Be sure to like, comment,
and subscribe.
subscribe and share.
Go
Subscribe is
follow us.
YouTube.
Follow us on
subscribe is
Instagram.
YouTube.
Yeah,
for
subscribe
the
to YouTube.
social medias, you gotta follow us, comment, and
At
like.
3 Bantus podcast.
Yeah, Three Bantus podcast
For
on
all of it.
Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all of it.
Yo, y'all make sure y'all go up and go on there. You know what I'm saying? Show us some love. We're gonna be dropping gems. We'll try to do this 2 times a week. We'll try to
We'll
drop some
try to
gems.
get some.
We'll try to
too.
get once a week at least.
2 times a week. We're gonna be consistent. We're gonna be the biggest podcast in the world, and I'm calling it right now.
Ameen.
Let's get it in, baby.
I mean.
Bismillah when we start and Alhamdulillah when we finish.